Hello guys, Base Insider Gaming here, and today I'm bringing you another commentary video. Gameplay in the background is Medal of Honor 2010. Surprisingly, this game is still alive, though there is only a few servers that are up. It's actually a really cool game. I got into it maybe about a couple months ago, so almost a year. It's actually a really fun game. In this round, I'm just going ham on these people, man. One of these guys gets RPG'd like nothing ever happened. Headscope went. I fucking took some other guy's head out with a sniper until I got killed off because it's like we don't allow snipers in this fucking server, so it's like fuck you. But anyways, so yeah, you know, the post-election, you know, people, it's kind of a weird thing going on. My street's on. It's not on fire yet, so I mean, you know, Trump won and everything, so I'm kind of excited about that. Anyway, we're not here to talk about the election. We're here to talk about Medal of Honor. The games have been posted since 2010. There are only two games: Medal of Honor 2010 and Warfighter, which came out in 2012. Basically, what I just want to, it's like kind of a review on these games, but I'm gonna touch more on Medal of Honor 2010 because I haven't really played too much of Medal of Honor Warfighter. I've only played like maybe 2 missions and maybe like you know, some of the multiplayer, but I mean that we're gonna probably save for a different day. So for 2010, this game was actually really cool. I actually got into it, playing on the Xbox 360. I didn't get it too long ago because I've heard about it. I remember seeing the commercials back then, but I mean I just didn't get around it because, you know, I was really more of a Halo guy. But the game basically takes place in Afghanistan. It's depicted on the real events. It's depicted on the actual military, U.S. military operation Anaconda that happened in that area of Afghanistan. And you know, a lot of these events did actually happen in a way, but different allies, different coalitions actually partaked in this. So, you know, you're a Navy SEAL team. You know, the campaign was pretty short, which is the only bad part about it. But I mean, the campaign though. I mean, the story is very strong. The gameplay's pretty good. Sound system is just phenomenal. It's crazy. The graphics are the best. Like, I mean, really, the graphics are really beautiful. Like running around the mountains of Afghanistan. It's a very beautiful game, kind of all around. You know, and I think it was this game or Warfighter that they consulted like actual JSOC guys. You know, for the knowing a lot of how these tier 1 operations went, and you know there was some controversy drawn to this. I think here we had like Delta Force and like Navy SEALs for 2010. But you know, yeah, so the campaign was pretty good. It's pretty driving, very quick though. I mean, you can get it done in about 5 hours, which is like the down part, which is like damn. You get into the multiplayer. Now you're gonna notice that the multiplayer is it looks a lot like Battlefield 3, so this is like the step forward to Battlefield 3. Even my brother confused it for Battlefield 3. I'm like, well, it's not Battlefield 3. But you know, the multiplayer is actually still kicking around. I mean, there's only like 50 people that play it out of the normal thing. It's very close to dying, but people who are very dedicated to it, just like me, come around and play it all the time. Now, the multiplayer is actually where it falls. It's just kind of another COD clone in a way because it's just kill streaks, kills, and stuff like that. Battlefield, you know, and I think that it's a really good multiplayer. I mean, you got 2 factions. You got the Blue Fort, like, you know, the U.S. coalition, U.S. forces, and then you got the Taliban, which they refuse to call Taliban, but I'm gonna call it Taliban because that's what they are. You know, and they got their own set of weapons. Once you start progressing more and more, you start getting suppressors, different kind of barrels. You start getting different kind of barrels, sights, different weapon systems, different stocks. I think stocks. No, I don't think stocks, but you know, a lot of the different kind of things you can get, and basic system. But you know, the one thing is a lot of these weapons. So you know, you got your own customization, stuff like that. Pretty easy progressive system. Different kind of game modes, like, you know, your team deathmatch, capture the flag, sector control, which is like conquest. Then you got combat missions, which is the equivalent of Rush to Battlefield. And it's actually the servers that are still up, you know, and I usually play it a lot. There's like one server of sector control, and it's pretty interesting. I mean, I like playing the combat missions the most just because it's more teamwork oriented. But I mean, we're all here for the kills. Now, one of my kind of the good and bad things about the gun systems, which I was gonna get to, was the lack of recoil. To be honest, like literally, no recoil, almost little to no recoil whatsoever when you're shooting full auto sustained. I was able to kill people from kind of a far distance. Maybe you can see it in this video, but I mean, killing people from a far distance, just you know, holding on to the trigger button, I'm just like, you know. And it's kind of a good thing because you can get easy kills, but honestly, it's just kind of unrealistic because, you know, fully automatic, you're just gonna lose accuracy over time. In a lot of other games, I mean, you sustain fire for that long, you're gonna really just suffer the recoils and stuff like that. I mean, you can minimize it, but it's not really gonna work. In this game, I mean, they have no grips, nothing like that, so you're basically, you can throw in a suppressor, increase accuracy, but reduce range. And that happens with a lot of the other weapons in this game too. But, you know, that's kind of the gripes I have, is just like, not a gripe, but it's kind of like a double-edged sword because it's pretty good for landing shots from far away, but then again, it's like, it's like, what the heck, you know? But I guess that's like one of the other things. Spawn system at times is pretty retarded. I mean, you can deploy on the front, you know, with your buddies, or you can deploy back in base, so you don't have to, like, you can just find a different approach to combat. But, you know, some of these maps, like Helmont Valley especially, really just terrible. Like, I mean, you spawn in base and you're automatically killed by a sniper and stuff like that. But I mean, this game out of Warfighter actually is a little more whatchamacallit, it was a little highly more acclaimed. But what happened with Warfighter, I mean, Warfighter's got a more improved system. It uses the Frostbite 2 engine. But I mean, with the lack over there, it's just not much destruction. You know, not full extent of Frostbite 2 like Battlefield 3 had. Better customization of weapons, I can give it that. I'm not covering Warfighter yet because I need to play it a little more. I need to play both multiplayer and the campaign to actually give it a full review. So basically, Medal of Honor 2010. Really good game. It's expensive as hell right now on Steam, like $19.99. When I first got into the Xbox, I bought it off of this one place for $5. You know, I got into it, I played it. Pretty interesting. And then, you know, for PC, I got it for a different price. And yeah, I mean, for a cheaper price, I got it for $7 off this one place. And, you know, it was pretty cool. But single player is really awesome. It's a very driving story, but it's really short, and you can complete it in about 5 hours. You can probably complete it if you're really dedicated. You can complete it in 3 hours on easy mode. I played through it on normal, so you know what we see from there. It's pretty fun to play. It's got different aspects to it. The multiplayer is still kicking around. I mean, there's only 50 people that play, and it's just the same old servers. So I guess in a way, play for the story and maybe for the multiplayer, but don't be expecting to see a lot of people playing the multiplayer. I don't even know how it is on the Xbox right now. I only have it on PC, and there's about 50 people on average every day. But you know, that's what it is for this review. Medal of Honor 2010. I give it about a 7.1 out of 10. Great story, really good multiplayer, but very short story, and a lot of mechanics on the multiplayer just didn't really suit well in a way. It's pretty fun for high octane action, but it's just another COD clone at the end of the day, but just with a better sound system and crap like that. And you know, that's pretty much my kind of vague review on this. So yeah, hopefully next week I'm gonna bring another review. I'm gonna bring a review of Warfighter once I've played it a little bit more, and we'll see how that goes. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Leave a like and subscribe. So yeah, this is Base Insider Gaming signing out.